On the journey tonight, we welcome again Rob Brezsny, sacred janitor, macho feminist, and aspiring master of curiosity. A poet, columnist, novelist, pundit, and once and future rock star. Rob Brezsny is the man behind Free Will Astrology, formerly Real Astrology, a weekly column that is received by millions of readers worldwide like a love letter. Free Will Astrology, now syndicated in 120 publications, including the US, Canada, Australia, Singapore, Venezuela, and Hong Kong, can be read at his website, www.freewillastrology.com. As a new arrival in Santa Cruz in 1978, Rob began writing on an astrology column for the Good Times Weekly for $15 a week. And he wrote it like a poet. Last year, through Frog Press Limited, he published a book of visionary fiction, The Televisionary Oracle, about which novelist Tom Robbins said, "I've seen the future of American literature, and its name is Rob Brezsny." Rob is influenced by the articulate, intelligent, and passionate idealism of Martin Luther King, also by writers Tom Robbins, Salman Rushdie, Robert Anton Wilson, and Don DeLillo. Brezsny has fronted several bands: Kamikaze Angel Slander, Dow Chemical, TAO Chemical, and as Pope Artaud World Entertainment War, which has been described as the Tubes morphed by the ghost of Terence McKenna into a hacky-sack Parliament Funkadelic, a rock band of guerrilla media therapists and pagan tantric clowns. With his band, World Entertainment War, Rob has released a 20-song music CD entitled Give Too Much. I'm Jane Heaven, host tonight of The Journey. Michael Johnson, co-conspirator of this radio experiment, will return next week. We invite you to stay tuned for the next 2 hours as we consider the idea of pronoia with wise fool, irreverent mystic, poet stargazer, wisecracking philosopher, master wordsmith, Rob Brezsny, tonight on The Journey.
Greetings to all you gorgeous seekers of beauty and truth, you inscrutable geniuses, you sweet, furious, rowdy, introspective lovers of the sacred mystery. Greetings to all you devotees of lusty compassion. Welcome to the sacred house of tender lust, the temple of joyously outrageous worship of all that's beautiful and truthful and just. Before I say anything else tonight, I want to tell you how grateful I am for you. Thank you. Thank you for being who you are and doing what you do. You make me proud to be a human being. And I am so happy to share with you the understanding that this is a perfect moment. Imagine that. This is a perfect moment for many reasons, but for me it's because I am aware with mystical clarity that the world, the entire world, is crazily in love with you, wildly and innocently in love with you. Even now, thousands of secret helpers are conspiring to turn you into the beautiful curiosity that you were born to be. But are you finally ready to start loving life back with an equal intensity? Are you? The passion that life has shown you has not exactly been unrequited, but there is room for you to be more demonstrative, if you know what I mean. I have an idea about how you might proceed. And to begin, I will define the most important word in the world right now, which is pronoia, the opposite of paranoia. Pronoia is the sneaking suspicion that the whole world is conspiring to shower you with blessings. The symptoms of pronoia include sudden attacks of ingenious optimism and outbreaks of goodwill for no apparent reason. Terence McKenna once defined pronoia by saying that, quote, "I believe reality is a marvelous joke staged for my edification and amusement, and everybody is working very hard to make me happy." Pronoia is the conviction that secretly, behind your back, people are conspiring to help you. They gather in groups early in the day and late at night just to try to make your life more enjoyable. In ancient Greek mythology, Pronoia was the wife of the Titan Prometheus, who stole fire from the gods and gave it to the mortals. And I propose that tonight, as we drop off to sleep, we all visualize ourselves as the helpmate and the tender friend of that radical divinity Prometheus, who is still alive, who is still stealing all the best things from the gods for our use and enjoyment. The primary meaning of the word healing is to cure what's diseased or broken. Medical practitioners focus on sick people. Psychotherapists wrestle with their clients' traumas. Philanthropists donate their money, and social workers contribute their time to helping the underprivileged. I'm in awe of all those people, because I believe that the level of anyone's spiritual enlightenment is more accurately measured by helping people in need than by meditation skills or mastery of spiritual doctrine. But I also believe in a second kind of healing which is largely unrecognized. Healing as in to supercharge what is already healthy, to lift up what's merely sufficient to a state of sublime blessing. And I am driven with ambition to promote this work, this kind of healing, even as I aspire to do my share of fixing what's hurt. What would the world look like if there were doctors who specialized in fostering robust health in their patients? What if the textbooks that psychotherapists used to evaluate their clients were crammed not just with descriptions of pathological states, but also with a catalog of every variety of bliss, integrity, magnanimity, eros, and wisdom? Imagine how odd and wonderful it would be if universities began turning out professionals in a brand new field called the science of happiness. I must confess that earlier in my life, I was proud of my well-crafted cynicism. Like most artists, I subscribe to the dogma that evil is interesting and good is boring. And so you can imagine my dismay when my muses began to nudge me in the direction of sly optimism. I complained to my muses, "It will ruin my image. I refuse to write shiny, happy propaganda about happiness. I will not turn into a dopey Pollyanna bereft of all critical thinking skills." but my muses were immune to my protests. Slowly and inexorably, the muses reconfigured my persona to serve a new master, pronoia. Pronoia. To their credit, my muses managed to pull off this alchemical abracadabra without annihilating my native skepticism. If anything, it has become more robust, anchored as it now is in the thrilling quest for good news. But the transformation to pronoia was neither rapid nor smooth. So strenuously did I resist, and so deep were my imprints, that it has taken me until now to begin writing the ultimate book on pronoic living, which is entitled Extreme Pronoia. 888 steps to becoming an aggressively sensitive, wildly disciplined, lyrically logical, ironically sincere, insanely poised, lustfully compassionate master of rowdy bliss. As far as the goddess is concerned, there is no such thing as heterosexuality. There's no such thing as homosexuality or bisexuality, for that matter. Even bestiality does not go far enough. Nor did the flower boinking of the Essenes, or the sky copulations of the Illuminati, or even the sacred fisting of the Mediterranean Sea by the ancient Sapphic cults. As far as the goddess is concerned, there is only pantheosexuality, also known as polymorphous, perverse, omnidirectional goddess diddling. All else is a lie, an obscene limitation. You can only be in mad, loving lust with all of the goddess, not just some of her. To be in love with some but not all of her is to be in love with none of her. With this in mind, I invite you to perform the ritual of the world kiss. To participate in the world kiss, you need only apply your tender, loving lips and tongues to every quivering portion of the goddess's outrageous joy body. Oak trees, computers, salamanders, clouds, toasters, spiders, paintings in museums, crayons, mountains, people, everything. With each world kiss, keep uppermost in your emotions a mood of blasphemous reverence and horny compassion. And be mindful that it's not enough simply to perform the outer gesture of the world kiss. You must aim to have a heart on in each of your 7 chakras. To get you in the mood and to demonstrate the technique, I will now administer the world kiss to selected portions of the goddess's outrageous joy body. I begin with you, O microphone. Please accept the gift of my adoration. Come here, dear hammer. I want to prove my love to you. My darling, bottle of carrot juice, as I bestow on you my moist world kiss, I channel the pulse of righteous kundalini into every luscious atom of your sexy creaturehood. But my pantheosexual yearning doesn't end there. More endorphins, more sweetness. I pay homage to you, O doorknob, O air that I breathe. I smother you with blazing snuggles, every one of you. I love you. My lips reach everywhere, to the top of Mount Tamalpais, and to the ruby-throated hummingbird feeding from a plum flower in Indonesia, and to all of you listening tonight. On all of you I bestow my ripest blessings, and let you know that since my particles and your particles were ripped asunder at the Big Bang, I have fantasized obsessively of the rapturous reunion in which we now exult.
Where we really want to be is naked, singing in the rainforest, stoned and exalted, one with the souls of the ancestors, one with the Gaian spirit of the planet.
Pronoia is the funny feeling that people are scheming behind your back to help you become the genius you were born to be. Robert Anton Wilson advised, you should view the world as a conspiracy run by a very closely knit group of nearly omnipotent people, and you should think of those people as yourself and your friends. But we don't want to put pressure on you to develop a passionately committed relationship with Pronoia just yet. It's wise to go slowly. Merely flirting with Pronoia is probably a good first step. Because becoming a full-fledged practitioner of Pronoia is risky. What could be more wildly at odds with prevailing cultural norms than Pronoia? The 19th century poet John Keats said that if something is not beautiful, it is probably not true. But the vast majority of modern storytellers, the journalists, the filmmakers, the novelists, the talk show hosts, they all assert the opposite, that if something is not ugly, it is probably not true. In a world that regards cynicism as a sign of intelligence and treats evil as if it were the most supremely entertaining subject of all, Pronoia might even be called a perversion. It is a taboo, so taboo that it's not even recognized as a taboo. You have easy access to a multi-million-dollar film in which an elegant intellectual cannibal fries up and eats human brains. You can contemplate the artistic wonders of a crucifix in a vat of urine. You can view the autopsy photos of dead race car driver Dale Earnhardt. But you will be hard-pressed to find more than a few obscure novels and songs, films, photos, and news stories that dare to depict life as a gorgeous mystery designed to liberate the human soul. Pronoia is the biggest, most secret taboo of all. And so you must approach it with full awareness of the consequences that may ensue if you embrace it. You've got to be aware of the responsibilities that it entails. As you carry out your share of the conspiracy to commit beauty and truth and love and goodness, you're going to have to become a coyote angel, trickster, fool clown with a whole hell of a lot of nerve. Pronoia may require you to commit bigger, better, more original sins. Pronoia may inspire you to conjure up wilder, wetter, more interesting problems. Pronoia may ask you to commit crimes that don't break any laws, primal crimes against the most ridiculous and unnecessary inhibitions, laughing crimes against the consensual hallucination called reality. You see, true pronoics are not nice, polite, sentimental, orderly, pacific, and accepting people. True pronoics are sorcerers. They exert tremendous effort to go against the grain of comfortable ugliness, to rise up and claim their own breakthrough perceptions rather than allowing the media's filters to take root in their brain and distort their perceptions. Beauty and truth and goodness and love are not sentimental ideas in which pronoics seek sanctuary from the world's stupidity and nastiness. Beauty and truth and goodness and love are hard-earned, almost impossible to conjure up, and require great ingenuity to create. Pronoics fight for beauty and truth and goodness and love inexhaustibly. Pronoics rejoice in regular dips into fertile chaos, because that's where they find the ever-fresh pronoic future. They're not interested in creating a steady-state utopia, some sweet, bland heaven resembling a spotless shopping mall in Indianapolis. Pronoia is a messy, ever-shifting thing. Today's temporary model of beauty and truth and goodness and love will pass away sooner or later, and so pronoics are ever alert for how to perpetrate the next temporary model. They don't wait around for the change to be dictated by random entropy. The word abracadabra is a pronoic word of power. Down through the ages, it has been uttered ritualistically by sorcerers to help them conjure the magical transformations they seek. Of course, in the modern world, most people don't believe in real magic, only in stage magic. And to most people, therefore, abracadabra is a sham word used by entertainers who pull rabbits out of hats and do card tricks. But just between you and me, beauty and truth fans, abracadabra is an actual, time-honored sorcerer's word of power. Its literal meaning is, I create as I speak. I create as I speak. Abracadabra suggests that the words that form in our minds and come out of our mouths have a great impact on the life that we create for ourselves. Abracadabra, we create as we speak. Abracadabra, we declare that pronoia is true and real and alive now. Abracadabra, we are now creating not just any old goodness and love and truth and beauty. We are creating wild goodness and ingenious love and ever-fresh truth and beauty that incites and provokes. Abracadabra, we create as we speak. Abracadabra, we are centers of expression for the primal will to good, which eternally creates and sustains the universe. You taste delicious. The funny faces you make are interesting to look at. Animals understand you. Your importance is unusual. You fight for power in all the right ways. A lost tribe salutes you from the other side of the veil. You have strong feet. It's hard to have sex while cooking dinner, but you can do it well. You remind me of a star. No one can overflow as well as you can. You're famous with the goddess. Gratitude radiates from you. You have a secret life in your dreams. Even now, time is changing the way that it treats you. You belong to yourself.